Hey folks, Jim Thomas here, Fitness Management and Consulting, and welcome to our channel today. I appreciate y'all being here. And if you're new to the channel, if you're finding us for that very first time, welcome as well. It's good to have you. And our topic for you today is how to become a great sales manager. How to become a great sales manager. And you might have the title sales manager, you might be an operational manager, you might be a general manager, could be an owner, okay? But the reality is we're managing sales and personal training even, okay? So this can cover a lot of different things. So how to become a great sales manager is our topic. And before we get into our topic today, just a quick reminder, my focus, my mission here in the channel is I want to be able to provide as much information as I can to as many people as I can, across the globe. And the best way I can do that is when you choose to subscribe to the channel. So if you've not yet done so, please take a moment, hit that subscribe button. I appreciate it. And then to learn more about me, learn more about my company, and how we can help take your business that next level, be sure to check out those links below. And then for you folks who are looking to open a new gym and you need funding, you're looking to acquire a gym, you need funding, you're an existing owner, you need working capital. We can help provide funding for up to $400,000 in funding that is unsecured. There's no restrictions on use. And the basic qualification for that program, it's a 680 or better credit score in Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion, and a minimum income of $50,000 per year for each of the 2 previous years. Check out the links below under financing and funding, for more information on that program, as well as other financing options that we have available for you. And so with that said, let's jump into our topic here today, and it's how to become a great gym sales manager. And so number one on my list is we want to develop leadership skills, okay? And leadership skills, we're looking to develop people. We want to become a star maker, okay? And here's a little bit how I define that. What we want to do as that manager is we want to create an atmosphere that allows a motivated person to act. We want to create an atmosphere that allows a motivated person to act. Let's catch people doing something right. Let's train them. Let's teach them. Let's be a resource center to them. Let's communicate with them. All these things are going to go into that. That's a hard one to do sometimes for some folks. There's a tendency to want to push when really we're trying to pull. Okay. Number 2, develop good listening skills. As it's been said, we talk about this in sales training all the time, but it also applies to management. Let's just don't wait for our turn to talk, okay? We want to listen. And one of the things that I like to do in training classes, whether they're in this format, they're via teleconferencing, they're in person, is I ask everybody, tell me what's working well, what's not, or what do you feel good about? Where do you feel like you struggle? I want to hear everyone's thoughts. I want to hear their ideas, their opinions, okay? If we think it can work, I'm okay with it, okay? I'm going to give a pretty broad road to go down on this, okay? But this has to be a safe environment where they feel like they can say, well, hey, here's what's not working, here's what I struggle with. They have to feel like they can do that, okay? Because if they give you some honest feedback like that, you can really help them to get better. Number 3, we want to develop or find a proven sales process. And that sales process kind of runs, deep. It's, how we handle incoming leads, telephone inquiries, email inquiries, texting inquiries, direct message inquiries. How do we handle them? How do we disposition them? What's that process look like? How do we handle the customer when they come in? What's that tour look like? Okay, what's the accountability there? What do we need to see? What's the process on the membership presentation? What's the process on overcoming customer concerns? What's the process on what I would call the second sale, the third sale? The process on referrals, the process on follow-up. What you don't want to do, the big message there is you don't want to wing it. Because if you wing it, if you have some talent, you might have some success for a while, but if you fall into a slump, it's going to be real difficult to figure out, where to go. We want everybody on point. Be yourself. Be your own personality, focus on the customer's problems and solving those, but you want to have a step-by-step method of how you do this. And you can check the channel here for other videos that'll give you some of that information. Number 4 on my list is we want to learn to use data to find new sales opportunities. We want to learn to use data. And I'll give you an example. Let's just, whatever you're using for a guest register, maybe Mary's had 10 guests come in and she's only sold 2 of them. Do we know that? And so she has a 20% conversion. What's the commonality of everyone that she has not sold, not converted? Well, maybe they're significantly older than she is. Maybe they're significantly younger. I mean, there can be a lot of things. Maybe it's the source, okay? Maybe it's an online lead versus a referral. What do you start to pick up on? And I know, we can tell stories end on end of things that we found over the years in analyzing, guest login, and then, what did we find to be true? What's happening here? You want to know closing percentages. You want to know ages and sources, and did we get the super objective, and what was the reason they didn't buy? It'll tell you where to train. It'll tell you where to teach. It'll tell you just about everything. And then last on my list, number 5, is we want to learn to leverage data. How do we leverage this? Here's really what I mean by this, is we want to learn to manage based on objectives. We want to manage based on objectives. So let's just say our objective is 100 new signups. And so every single day, here's what you should be looking at. How many new signups today? How many new signups for the month? What is our projection for new signups? And what is our quota? And what we're looking at here is that projection and quota. So let's say the quota is 100, we're projecting 70, we're halfway through the month. We continue at that present pace, we're going to be off quota by 30%. You don't want success to be optional. We want to be all in, commit to hit this. We want to start making decisions every day. What are we going to do today that's going to put us one step closer to hitting that number? What are we going to do the next 2 days, next 3 days? You might do a 3-day special, a 2-day special, whatever it might be, right? Okay, but how are we going to get those numbers up? Manage based on these objectives. Don't just every day it's the same thing, okay? If every day it's the same thing, it's that old Einstein definition of insanity. Keep doing the same thing, but we get a different result. Take a look at these. If you're an aspiring sales manager, see if this can help you. If you're in that role right now, can this help you go to that next level? So folks, again, my name is Jim Thomas. My company's Fitness Management and Consulting. Appreciate you being here at the channel today. If you've not yet done so, please take a moment, hit that subscribe button. I appreciate it. To learn more about me, learn more about my company, and how we can help take your business that next level, be sure to check out those links below. And then again, for you folks who are looking to open a new gym and you need funding, you're looking to acquire a gym, you need funding, you have a gym right now, you need working capital. We can help provide funding that is unsecured. There's no restrictions on use. It's up to $400,000 in funding. And the basic criteria on that for approval is a 680 or better credit score in Equifax, Experian, TransUnion, and a minimum income of $50,000 per year each of the 2 previous years. Check out the links below under financing and funding for more information on that program, as well as other financing options that we have available for you. So folks, again, my name is Jim Thomas. I appreciate you being here, and we'll look forward to seeing you all in that next session.